Hello everyone and welcome to a new video, and today I'm going to continue with the financial education series, the technical analysis series. And we have covered already quite some few videos on the technical analysis aspect, and today we are going to cover the most popular indicator, one of the most popular indicator which is there, which is the RSI, or relative strength index is what it is called. Now, before I can proceed, I would request you to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done yet, and please do not forget to press the bell icon. Besides that, you're going to find a few links to my Telegram group, to my Twitter, and my WhatsApp. Make sure that you definitely join the Telegram group, and because this is the place where I put in a lot of updates. Besides, you're free to join WhatsApp or follow me on Twitter too. So as you can see, a lot of videos on the technical analysis, moving averages, and further details. If you click on the playlist, like on over here, there is a playlist, moving averages, and if you go over here, so here you see everything related to technical analysis. There's a playlist called technical analysis in English and Urdu or Hindi. You can click the language of your preference and you're going to find the videos of the same. Last and most important thing is that I'm sharing my knowledge over here. So trading can be risky, be it forex, be it crypto, or stock markets. So please do your own due diligence before making any investments. So let's move ahead and understand how to set up the RSI indicator, and how do you go about using the same. So our learning platform is investing.com. So I'm going to come to investing.com, come to the indicators over here, and I'm going to search for relative strength index. Here you go. Okay, so we have the relative strength index over here, the indicator. Now let me tell you that relative strength index is one of the leading indicators. You have a concept of leading indicators and lagging indicators. Now if you have not watched my previous videos, you can watch this particular video wherein I'm explaining which are the leading indicators and which are the lagging indicators, and how leading indicators gives you instant updates and to the market changes in the markets, and lagging indicators gives you delayed information, but both help you in your trading. Now over here you have seen that this is the investing.com. So over here let me go and customize it a little. So I'm going to go to settings, and I don't want this particular background, so to style, I don't change the length or anything over here. I'm just going to do the customization of the color. So this background, I'm going to make it plain. I prefer it plain, and this I will make it green. Okay, let's make it darker. Okay. Okay, so this is green, and this, make it full lines over here, and let's make it black so it's more visible. Okay, so you can see over here there is a line which is there on the number 70, and the bottom line which is at 30, and this is a sort of graph which is moving. Let's zoom in, so you can see sometimes, most of the time it is within this particular zone, and sometimes it goes above or below. So how do you basically use this? As I told you, I used red color, the green color, and I always tell you to standardize the colors which you use, maybe for indicators or moving averages. So I've selected the red over here. I'm going to show how to use the red. Along with that, this is a green color is what I have used for this RSI. A red color is also coming up, but I will explain you later when and how to use that. So basically, as you can see, the number 70 over here is the called the oversold zone, and this number 30, sorry, this is the overbought, and 30 is called the oversold zone. Basically, what these zones are. So if we go, I'll just scroll back. Okay, and you can see there is a fall over here. The candlesticks, you can see over there is a fall over here, so accordingly you can see that the RSI is also falling. And as we have mentioned, this 70 and 30, this is the zone between which the RSI moves up and down. But when this RSI falls below the level 30, somewhere here, so you can see in the RSI is below over here, so that is the time we call it in the that the RSI in this is in the oversold zone. What does it mean is that a lot of selling has taken place, and now the sellers are getting weaker and there are more buy positions. So what happens is whenever it's in the oversold zone, there is a huge probability that there is going to be a quick recovery. So you can see over here it moves on top, but there is still a downfall. But here, over here, the rise starts. You can see from the RSI over here, it's increasing. Sorry, it's increasing, and correspondingly, as you see the RSI moving up, you can see the candles also moving green and the price starting to shoot up. So you can see you already got like even though there was a fall over here, the candles were showing you that it's the price is falling. But when it went into the oversold zone, this is the time you should know. Although you can see in a huge candle over here, bearish candle, another bearish candle over here, but this RSI indicator, when it goes into oversold zone, you should understand that probably there could be a consolidation over here and a recovery anytime soon. There can be a little more downward movement, or in case of overbought zone, upward movement, but more or less you're going to find that the market is going to turn the direction will change. So now it starts moving up. Now here again, if you see the RSI, this is called the oversold. That means a lot of buying has happened, and there is, as I told you, it could be a consolidation phase or a bear phase. Now since it is oversold, that means there will be a selling pressure over here, people trying to book profits, people trying to exit over here. Since it is flat over here, but since it has moved over here on the higher side, there is a probability, a big probability, that it's going to fall further. So let's go ahead, and you can see right now it's sort of consolidation phase, but then you see there is a drop over here, like it goes over here and then there is a drop. It comes near the 30, takes almost near the 30, takes support, moves on top. So right now you can see it is sort of within a zone. So if it again goes out above and moves up, it's going to shoot the price out. But if it goes down again into the oversold zone, we can expect the price to come up again. So you can see the candles are turning green, and this probably RSI is moving down. There is a recovery. We are not yet into the oversold zone. So you can see, and another point to remember is that although we may call it as an overbought or overzone, sometimes the markets can remain in a overbought or overzone for quite some time. So it's not necessary that the moment the stock or the crypto or the forex pair which you're trading on has moved into oversold or overbought zone, that means there's straight away going to be a change. There's definitely going to be a change, but it may take some time. Like you can see over here, now this is a 15-minute candles. Now imagine it being a daily candle, means it would take someone so many days for the trend to change. So it's not instant that the moment it happens it will change, but definitely it will change. So you see over here it's in the zone. Right now over here we are seeing a oversold position. So this is where we need to know that there is a, you can see a sort of bullish engulfing pattern again. Candlestick patterns also I have explained very nicely in the previous videos. So you can see RSI in the oversold zone, bullish engulfing candles over here, this pair. So there is a very high probability now we are going to see a uptrend. Let's see what it unfolds. So you see, there you go, the RSI has moved up, and after this bullish engulf you can see the price has moved up and it's keeping going on. Now until and unless it goes, typically it goes and hits the oversold zone, the price might consolidate and further move up. So you see now again it is moving down over here. So this is basically the overbought and the oversold zones. But as I had shown you that this particular phase, no, there is no momentum over here. The RSI is somewhere over here only. So what you do is typically you come again into the settings and inputs. Okay, not in the RSI. I'm going to come to here, horizontal line, not ray, basically horizontal line. I'll come and click over here. Okay, we have the horizontal line over here. I'm going to edit it to make it prominent. This time I'm going to take a red. As I had mentioned to you, the color combination green red and the theory behind keeping the same colors. I'll make it a little bold. Do we require it? No, it's already red and green is quite obvious. Coordinates, I'm going to make it at 50. It's at 49 almost, so 50, that's exactly in between. Now we have added another component to this RSI. So let's start again from where we are looking at, say somewhere over here. Now the concept of oversold and overbought zones I've already explained to you. Now this marking, what we have done, we have the oversold zone at 70 and overbought at 70 and oversold at 30. Now 50 here is, you can say when you draw a line of 50, it is sort of the momentum indicator. So whenever your RSI is above the 50 value, so this red line denotes it, that means the market has an upward momentum. And when the RSI is falling below the 50 line, like we were seeing the overbought and oversold, no doubt, but like for trades you can consider this, when it's falling below this, you're going to see a momentum. So let's check it out from here. You see there is a drop over here, it's above, so it's trading. When it comes over here, you can see there's a sharp drop when it goes below 50. There are 2-3 candles coming in over here. There is a reversal, it again crosses this 50. Now there's again a fast pickup, it goes into overbought zone. So as we know that overbought zone, there is a probability of a fall. It comes back, so it comes near the 50, again a sharp drop. Again when it is crossing 50, again it picks up. So whenever it is moving in and around the 50, when the direction is down, like something like this, you can see there's this RSI is above 50, it's moving over here. You can see it's flat because it's not moving up. Typically, like from here the start had taken, if there was a good momentum, this would have been moving up like this, but it is moving almost flat and parallel to the RSI which is there. So you can see there is hardly any momentum in the candles, they are flat. But the moment it crosses this 50, falls below 50, you can see there is a sudden drop. And when it crosses again, see, it moves down and when it crosses again this 50 upwards, again a big pickup, then we'll come over here, you can see, and when it crosses here, again sharp drop, recovery, again when it falls down, a huge drop. So when it moves, crosses over here, you can see there is a, here is a consolidation phase, but when it crosses this 50 upwards, again there is a rapid rise. So the overbought and oversold zones give you, sort of an indication, when the market is going to probably turn from maybe bullish to bearish and bearish to bullish. But this 50 line or 50 value of this RSI, this crossover of your RSI with this 50 value gives you the momentum, when exactly, like when you're working in this kind of a flatter markets, and when it crosses this particular value of 50, that is the time you can say that there is going to be momentum. So this is how basically you're going to use the RSI indicator. But as I have been already always stressing on, you cannot just rely on one indicator or the candles. RSI in combination with stochastics and probably MACD gives you a very beautiful trading setup. So I've covered the stochastic, the RSI today. Soon I'm going to cover the stochastic and the MACD, and finally we will learn to play around with multiple indicators and how to go about the trading. Now in this particular case, I've shown you, how to do the trading along with the candles and the RSI. But as I told you, there you might get certain false signals, so it makes sense to have at least a couple of indicators supporting the RSI. But for your demo, for your practice, I think this holds good, and you can very well do practice on that. Like if you're using a sort of a demo on MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, you can very well go ahead, because you're not going to be losing anything. If at all the trades goes against you, you're going to get a lot of practice doing so. So please do some trades, and do let me know your feedback in the comment section, whether this RSI indicator, knowing how to use it and how to set it up, has helped you. Now before winding off this video, request, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so. Do share this video across, do give it a lot of likes, and please do join the Telegram channel, follow me on Twitter, join the WhatsApp, and until the next video, take care and be safe.